What on guys, Commander, and welcome to a new Let's Play on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And when I say Let's Play, it's not really a Let's Play, it's actually a mod review, as you can see in the title, wherever the title is, at the top or the bottom. Yeah, no, this is another mod review on Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, this isn't going to go as normally as the other ones are going to go, because we're going to do a 3-piece mod review in one video. So 3 separate mods in one video. Now, the only reason why is because we're going to look at the the hero retexture mods. And when I say hero retexture mods, we've got a 4K Darth Vader mod, we've got a Rey retexture mod, and we've got an Obi Wan Kenobi retexture mod. Now, I've said before that when an Obi Wan Kenobi retexture mod comes out, I will do a video on it, because I said that the original Obi Wan Kenobi didn't look quite right. And looking at the retextured version, I know now what actually is wrong with it, and that looks so much better. And I posted I put a picture when I was reviewing the Obi Wan Kenobi updates for Battlefront 2. I put a picture of Ewan McGregor's face, and you could tell instantly that it didn't look right. Something was off. So I said that I'd do that. And while I was searching through, I went on Nexus Mods, which is where I get my mods for Battlefront 2, and I was looking at them. Like retexture mods, and I found an 8K Darth Vader and a Rey retexture mod as well. So we're going to have a look at those as well. Now, I did delay doing this. I was going to do this about like a month ago, when I was searching around for the Obi Wan Kenobi retexture mod, but for some reason, Frosty Launcher, the launcher used to launch in mods for Battlefront 2, for some reason wasn't working. So I don't know why. I don't know whether it's like a little bug, but it's all right now, and I've got all the mods that I need fully sorted. So, first things first is we're going to go over the Rey retexture mod. Now, where we are, Rey. Now, if I go to it, now I didn't think this looked too much different. If I just go and inspect, now it's mainly Rey's face. Now, originally, this I could tell looked a lot different. But just from if I go from here, you can't see too much of a difference. But if I zoom into her face and I put up a picture on the side here or wherever it is of what it originally looked like, you can tell that it's a lot more textured, if that makes sense. So you've got a gloss looks in the eyes. The skin actually looks a lot more like real life and a lot more textured instead of just being blank, if that makes sense. If I can get another skin, let's get a Jedi training skin. This is where it's a bit more obvious of where the changes are. If I go just on a side view of the Rey model, you can tell that it looks so much better than what the original looked like. I mean, if I go down here, if I just do a quick swivel downwards, not much the hands wise or the lightsaber has actually really been changed much. It's just really the face that's been changed. But I have looked at some screenshots. They're all in-game screenshots, and apparently it looks a lot better in-game if you look at it in spectator mode with all the lighting, with all of the lighting for that you get in the different maps. So if I can, I'm going to try and download a cinematic mod for Battlefront 2 and try and get a spectator look at Rey in arcade. If I can't, I can't, but I will try my best. I'll either get a video or I'll post a screenshot of what it looks like in menu, but that definitely looks a lot better than what it originally was. So I'm not sure if the Act 2 one is much better. Well, you can, if I go, they look relatively this one's slightly different, but it's still relatively good looking, if that makes sense. It's a very good looking mod. It's a lot better than what EA and DICE come up with. What I find interesting is you can get these mods, and this is not the same for just this Rey retexture. It's the same for any mod. There's a retexture of say they got General Grievous one as well. I didn't do that one because it wasn't enough to talk about, because it was just making it more just changing the color to make General Grievous look a lot more sandy colored, to make him look more he did in Revenge of the Sith. So I didn't do that one because there wasn't an awful lot to talk about, because it was just changing the color to make him look a little more sandy color. But when you look at that and you think EA and DICE have got highly educated and professional team members who have got like been to university and done like countless degrees in 3D modeling, and then you get a modder from the community who probably hasn't got that same degree and has learning for themselves how to do that, and have come up with something like this that's better than what these professionals can come up with. Now, I think that says a lot about the company in itself. I think what they should do is they should communicate. I think these developers, and it's not just with Star Wars Battlefront 2, it's for any modded game that has mod support in it. I think they should see these like community modelers and that have blown up with all these big mods, and contact them and say, do you want to come and work with us, or do you want to come and help us, because we've seen the work that you can do and we think it's astonishing, you know. And that make things like this make the game a lot more better, because they can get the proper like this quality of models in the game base. So that's just what I think about modding in general, how good it is. But anyway, that is the Rey retexture model. We are going to next go on to the Obi Wan Kenobi retexture. Alright guys, so we're back here with the Obi Wan Kenobi retexture mod, and I'm using the general Kenobi skin because one, I haven't got it and I want to have a look at it myself anyway, and also I haven't reviewed this, so we can do a little review of the Jedi general Kenobi model as well. But also because I haven't unlocked this, I'm using this on PC obviously, and I haven't done much on PC as of yet, as far as progress is concerned. So I just wanted to have a look at Obi-Wan Kenobi in general, like Kenobi like skin fashion, just to see how it looks. But as you can see, I'll try my best to do as best as I can at this. But this is how it looks, and I can instantly tell the beard stands out to be a lot better than what it was. I'll put a little screenshot on the side of what he used to look like, but I can tell instantly, looking at the photos that they have on Nexus Mods website, the beard is so, like, I think it was the beard that was what was wrong, that I think it was too light, too lightly coloured, because if you look along here, the beard is a lot darker, especially up here and around here, then it goes into a bit of grey, and then it goes up into his hair. I think his hair was perfectly fine colour, but I think because his beard was a bit lighter than his hair, I think it was a bit off-putting. That, I think, is what made me look at it and think, yeah, that's not quite right. And I said when I did my review of this mod, that it doesn't look quite right. You know, even looking over here, you know, with the blue light shining on his face, you can tell that the beard looks so much more better as far as colour is concerned. And again, as far as everything else is concerned, it's just the face that's been changed. But it's such, you know, it's a tiny change, but it's change that makes the skin look so much more better than it originally was. If I just go, let me go and preview emotes.
Hello there.
You can instantly tell. I know that came a bit too close to the camera, went a bit off screen, but if he's put his lightsaber down, let's have a look at this now. That looks so much nicer. Just looking at it there, that looks so much better than the original model. If I just go and click inspect, so we get all the rest of it off. That is so much more better than the original one that EA and DICE come up with. That's very much more movie accurate. What does I put a picture on the side, on one side of the original model, and I'll put one on the other side of Ewan McGregor, and seeing how the difference, like how the original one is so not to scale with Ewan McGregor, and how this mod makes it even, it's not exactly the same, because all they've done is just remodeled the face a little bit, but how much more it looks closer to Ewan McGregor. I think that looks really, really good. That's like, if I could use this in multiplayer, if I could have this on, because I've got Obi Wan Kenobi on my Xbox version. If I could have Obi Wan Kenobi on Xbox looking like this, I would be happy. You know, Rey, you look at it, and yes, it does look a lot better than the one that EA and DICE come up with, but there's such insignificant changes. You know, it's just a face retexture. The eyes have got a sparkle in them, and the mouth is a little bit more like better texture to quote real life, but it's not enough change from. It's not enough change to make it noticeable from a long distance. If I just zoom out, just like even here, you can instantly tell that is different to the EA and DICE model that they brought out with. It's instantly, you can tell the face looks different, and it looks a lot more movie accurate. You know, so this, I'll be very much happy if they could do this on Xbox, because I could play with Obi Wan Kenobi knowing that he's looking movie accurate. Or even just in the menus, if I'm playing as Obi Wan Kenobi in Heroes vs Villains, you know, waiting in the lobby and just see that face, knowing that it's exactly the same, or as best as they can do to make it movie accurate. And, you know, and why, you know, I'm gonna look at this texture, the retexture mod, and then I'm gonna go and play Heroes vs Villains on my Xbox later on, and wait in the menus as Obi Wan Kenobi, and I'm just gonna think, you know what, like that's really irritating that looks different because of how different it does look. So, but it's a really, really good model retexture, and I think this mod, the modder, it's called Ortho's Obi Wan retexture, but Ortho has done a lot of different retexture mods for clone troopers and like clone legions, and every single time it's blown it out of the park. It's a really, really good modder for retexturing and texturing of different things, but this is absolutely blown out of the park. And I think EA and DICE, EA and DICE would be making a massive advantage if they contacted him and said, we've seen the sort of work you can do, and we've seen how good you can blow it out of the park. Would you like to come and work with us as a 3D modeler and texturer? If they did that, they would have a very, very good person on their side looking at these looking at these textures and seeing what's wrong with them and how they can improve them. Because I think it's absolutely brilliant. You know, and I know why they can't put these types of mods in the game, because they can't do it without paying the modder if they want to be paid, because it's using that using their work to gain money off of a different game. You know, for this, you know, we're not getting any money off of using these models. We're just like, I'm just showcasing them. I don't get any money off of this at all. I'm just showcasing the mods, and once I'm done with them, it'll come off and I'll start playing vanilla again. But I think EA and DICE would benefit highly from employing somebody like Ortho and these other modders that we've seen do mods before, and use their skills to make excellent models. So yeah, now that is the Obi Wan Kenobi mod sorted. Let's go and have a look at the last one we're going to do, is the 8K Darth Vader mod. Right, we are on to our last, but by no means least, retexture mod that I've got to show you. I just loaded up this mod and I clicked Darth Vader's profile in the collection menu of Battlefront 2's menu. I literally said, oh my god, that is actually cool. Now, just zoomed out, you can instantly see that looks insane. But if I zoom in, look at his helmet. That is absolutely mind-blowing. That is actually mind-boggling how good that is. Oh my god, that has just won my respect totally on how good this mod is. Some of, you know, it's even like, you look at that and it said the different textures of his helmet. So some bits over here are light, but that's looking at the light that comes off his helmet. That's how good this mod is. It's glossy, which I love that look. Even on the clone troopers, that glossy look is so much better than just having it just matted. You know, it's shiny. His cape looks so much better. Oh, that's won my respect. That's the best one on this list so far. It's so much better texture. But what I want to check also, yeah, his feet is still leather. That's something that I saw in the original model, and it sort of like really irritated me a little bit. Darth Vader's feet like plates in the movies are completely like metal. So you've got these bits. you got these bits. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but you got the shin pads here, which are like metal and plastic. Wow, metal and like fiberglass. And then it all connects to the foot because it's all cybernetic. And this is made of the feet are made of the exact same materials as the shin pads. But in in Battlefront 2, for some reason, EA and Darth decided to be lazy and not texture Darth Vader's feet properly to make it look like it does in the movies. I was thinking if they were going to change that, but no, they're not. It's still just going to stay as it was. But it's such a good mod. That is actually insane. Look at his hands. Look at his buttons on his chest plate. Again, I was looking at this was made by Moose, who made the Rey retexture mod, and I was looking at a video and on the Tantive 4 on the Death Star on the Tantive 4 on that map, on that area of the map, that shines because of how light it is. In here it doesn't quite do it justice because it's quite dark, but that is so cool. It's so, like, you can see, like, I can't zoom in any more than that, but if you look at his glove, you can see the individual textures of the leather of his glove. You know, I don't think the lightsaber's been retextured too much, but even just his, like, the crotch plate, you can see that it's proper leather. You can see the material, roughness that leather has. It's so cool. And the helmet, you've got, like, the red visor plates. In the base model, that's actually black, but as you can see in most of the movies, except for episode 3 and 5, I think it is, or 6. So I don't know. Rogue One and episode 1. No, Rogue One and A New Hope. Darth Vader's got the red visor plates. That's a nice little tidbit, and I think that looks really cool. I like him with when I saw him in Rogue One with such like bright red eye plates. I thought that doesn't look quite right, but looking at how they are in A New Hope, I sort of accepted that actually looks quite cool. And now they've added it into this, it makes it look so much better. Because it's not just red, it's like a black and red mix. But look at his just shoulder plate, it's got that glossy, reflective look, so I think we just polished it to death. I'm really, like, happy that I'd come to this one last. You know, I looked at this on Nexus Mods and I thought, you know, that's going to be a really good mod because it looks really cool. But looking at it in real life and seeing how good it is, let's just see if I can do like an emote. Let's just zoom out a minute. Can I emote? Inspect. Can I inspect? So let's just zoom in a minute, right? Let's just lack of faith.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, that's cool. I can't do it too much.
You cannot hide forever.
That looks, I don't know why it looks really cool.
Apology accepted.
I don't know, even just like, it's exactly the same animation, but just with the 8K-ness, it makes it look that much better.
You are as clumsy as you are stupid.
I don't know why I think that looks cool with the emoticons. I don't know, but that looks like, look at how much better texture that looks.
Clumsy as you are stupid.
Oh god, that is really cool. I really like that. Well, end on a high note. End on a high note.
You are as clumsy as you are.
Yeah, stop you from emoting. Right, well, end on a high note with Darth Vader. I'm really happy about that. I'm really, like, happy that I looked at this one last. So, after that is about all I have time for in this Let's Play video here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for more awesome mod reviews and other gaming content. I shall see you all later. Bye!